Well, I started imparting knowledge that I'd acquired over the years to the younger ones that were growing up with me. So first of all, I told them, one is that the business that you do as a stand-up comedian. So that's one. The business you do as a stand-up comedian is the same business that every other person is doing because you're providing a service. If you have a talent, if you do not develop it into a service, nobody will take it. The reason people pay you money is because you're providing a service. And if you're providing a service, then it means that you must go by all global standards. Now, all global standards means that whatever service you're offering, the client should be tailored to the client's needs. If the client wants it loud, it's loud. If he wants it quiet, it's quiet. You just make sure that your professionalism filters through everything the client has required. I also then taught a lot of them how to promote themselves. I told them, you see, you don't need to, the car sticker was one of my very strong points. Put your phone number on a car sticker, put your picture or whatever you do on that car sticker and give it to bikes and this thing. Don't make the mistake, and I taught them this, don't make the mistake of giving it to or putting it on expensive cars. They will remove them. So put it on buses, put it on downfalls and all of that, because the expensive cars will ride behind the downfalls and see the number. You understand? So it was just, and then you can also then do a lot of flyers. Do flyers and go to estate gates. When you go to estate gates, you will meet newspaper vendors. All you need to do is give the newspaper vendors 1K and by yourself insert the flyers inside their newspapers. What will happen is they give it to everybody in the estate. The person that picks the newspaper and the paper will drop, will look at it. You do not know which one of them is getting married or know somebody who is getting married or has a birthday or something. Some of them may just take it and just keep it somewhere. And with time, you then get a call. So what it also means is that communication is very key. You must have a contact number. I told you of how I had a girl, Tutu, who was in Pangrove, who used to charge 5 naira for calls that she received. So you can find a place. You're not the one paying for the secretary. You're not paying for the phone. You're not paying anything. You're just paying to receive calls. And you give the number to people and they can call at any time and leave messages. You also needed an office. If you're doing corporate work, and you've built yourself as a business, you should have a business architecture. Your business architecture should have a manager, should then have somebody who then runs errands and then can drop off letters, pick up checks, follow up on payments and all of that, because you can't be the one going to show up in somebody's office and saying, sir, they've not paid me. You have somebody who then does that for you. I also then mentioned that you have to have a letterhead. Your letterhead must be something serious. Do your letterhead, put your phone numbers, your email, your office address, and then I taught them too that if you go for a meeting and you get back to your office, the first thing you do when you get to the office is do a letter, not handwritten. No, do a letter, type it, go to a place and type it and say, thank you for inviting me. So you say, the meeting at your office, Cadbury, thank you for the meeting that had so in attendance. The issues that were discussed were this, and I appreciate the fact that I was invited to be part of the meeting, and the request that you made is also appreciated. However, our fee, as stated, is so. Considering the statements and every other things that every other supplication you've made, we will then further give you a discount of this. If this is okay with you, this is our bank account and this is the payment. So you do that kind of letter. They then see that you are serious. If they said MC, you state it there, for the services of MC required. If it is MC and comedian, you state it there. That way they see the same. One other thing that it does is that it lets them know that they actually had a meeting with you. It wasn't just like, just come and just make a pitch. No, they had a meeting. You sent them a proposal that stated all the things that you have discussed at the meeting. So if they agreed to you, they will not now say send invoice again. They will now send you a payment for that, because that letter could also then serve as invoice. All right. And so I told them a lot of tricks about negotiating, which I will not share now. There were a lot of tricks about negotiating, building a brand, how to get visibility, making sure that people. Back then, what we had was High Five. There was a social network platform called High Five, and so we used that too. We had Yahoo. We used the Yahoo. We connected with the Yahoo. I believe that I shared a lot of things with my younger colleagues that helped them. I also made sure that they saw how I became what I was. So it was an open learning platform, like an open university. They will see what I was doing, they will see why I was doing it, they will see when I did it and why I did it. So there was a lot of lessons there. Quite a lot of them learned that, and some of them found out that I could go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours without having anything. For instance, today now I've been up and down, haven't eaten. But back then too, it's not to the ulcer level, but you just don't eat because you have something that you're pursuing, and when you have it, then you work with it. Don't be quick to take every offer. What is it that the client is offering? What is the benefit of doing an event for that client? For instance, if somebody says, come do this event for me, and when you go to that event, you're going to meet people who possibly could be bigger clients. You'll be doing it as a marketing platform. Let me go there and sell myself, and I'll get more events from it later. That then becomes your cushion. Or you go there and say, okay, I'll cut my losses. I can do this for half the fee, because if I was supposed to advertise to get into this bracket or to break into this network, it would have cost me much more. So you do it. It's just like somebody saying, oh, you want to meet the Honorable Minister for this thing. The Honorable Minister is traveling to London. He's going to fly business class, and so if you want to talk with him, it's the best time to talk with him. Then you buy a ticket to London. You sit in the same lounge with him. You get on the flight. When you are 30, 40, 50, 60,000 feet above sea level, you walk up to him and say, sir, I've been meaning to meet you. He can't run away from inside the plane. You finish talking with him, you land, spend one day in either London or wherever you bought the ticket to, and you turn around and come back. Those secretaries that block you at Ministry of this thing, that don't want you to meet the minister, they won't meet you. It happens a lot. I learned that from a lot of the people. And then it also, there are a lot of marketing tricks that we learned that I also have taught to my younger colleagues. I taught them the values in books. So some of them would travel with me to go work, and then when we finish, as we're coming back, they buy shoes, they buy clothes, and then they'll see me at the airport buying books, and they'll say why. I say, these books that I'm buying will help me grow as a professional, will help me grow as a career comedian, will help me. They say, but there are no jokes there. I say, by the time you read it, you can apply the essence into what you're doing. Some learned, some didn't, but that's okay. You win some, lose some.